Hi, everyone. My name is Katapal. I am the Business Development Director for EMEA, and I'm honored to be here with you today. It's a gorgeous day here today, and I'm also so happy to be your host for this webinar. Today, we'll be talking about Nu Skin's latest innovation, an incredible beauty device called ageLOC Lumi Spa IO. Most of you know ageLOC Lumi Spa already, so you may be wondering, how is ageLOC Lumi Spa IO different from it? That's exactly what we will be talking about today. And I'm excited to have with us our product experts giving you all the product details, Hayat Ben Abdallah and Tina De Franta from our EMEA region, and the Chief Product Owner of the Vera Skincare Consultation app from our global headquarters, Trina Bradford. Before I turn it over to the ladies here, let me introduce the topic today from the business perspective. It's not a surprise to anyone on this call, I believe, that our beauty device systems have been getting a lot of buzz because of the benefits they bring to the skin. So no wonder that Nu Skin has been the world's #1 brand for beauty device system for 4 consecutive years and still counting, which is an amazing achievement. And it is thanks to you, our incredible sales leaders, sharing the word of our top-notch beauty device systems with your customers. And now we have a marvelous beauty device on the horizon launching later this year. This is our first step into the enormous potential of the Internet of Things, connected devices. So we are upgrading our award-winning Lumi Spa device system with connectivity features, offering personalization and a lot more that my amazing colleagues, Hayat Ben Abdallah and Tina De Franta, will talk about later today. What is also unique is the pricing strategy we will employ for the Lumi IO cleansing kit, which is the device and the cleanser together. Globally, there will be one price for the device and cleanser kit in every market, aligning the retail price and the member price, which is $250 or equivalent in local currency, with a $40 sharing bonus, $50 sharing bonus applied or equivalent in local currency. Now, I'm sure the questions you have is why have one price globally in every market, which applies equally to retail price and member price at the same time? Why employ a one price model? Let me explain a bit and refer to the power of social commerce. Why am I referring to social commerce? Because our vision is about helping people to look, feel, and to live better. Sales leaders in many of our EMEA markets have been utilizing social media very effectively to build their businesses. We see enormous opportunity to grow with social commerce. Let's hear from one of our wonderful team leads from the USA, Laura Cole-Felton, what she thinks about social media in terms of business.
I will never forget my first aha moment was I had just spoken in Barcelona, and obviously that takes a lot of time out of your schedule, flying there, time difference, getting back, the expense of it all. And I had spoken for about 1,600 people on stage. And then when social media really took off, I was invited to speak from one of the amazing leaders in the UK. And within moments, we had over 16,000 people watching me share training tips, and I was able to touch so many people so much faster, not even leaving my house, and like it was amazing.
Ultimately, our mission is to empower people both through the product benefits we provide, as well as the earnings opportunity available. So social media, and with that social commerce, is a key part of our future strategy. Why? Because the power of do this, earn this quickly is a key pillar of our growth strategy. We know from studies that 71% of gig participants want to earn this way. There is a huge market to capture when we offer a stronger reward for customer development. We know from our own data that brand affiliates who have monthly earnings of $100 in their first 3 months have optimal retention and development. Improving the sharing bonus helps brand affiliates to get to this critical benchmark more quickly. because selling to Lumi Spa IO systems will help them achieve this critical earnings level. Also, when new brand affiliates cultivate and maintain 2 consumers rather than one, their third month retention will double and their 6 to 12 months retention will nearly triple. It is very important to develop a healthy customer foundation, but it's equally important to keep focus on developing new brand affiliates. Here is why. When a new sales leader develops 1 or more new brand affiliates within the first 3 months, their retention is 2.5% better than without a new affiliate. With the one price model applying a high sharing bonus, when a brand affiliate sells the Lumi IO cleanser kit to a customer, basically we are institutionalizing the retail markup. Why is this important? Well, next to our brand affiliates being incentivized stronger to acquire customers, we believe the price competition that now exists between retailers and those selling at a member price will also be minimized, and also as a result, product diversion activities, that is selling on unauthorized marketplaces like Amazon, eBay, and the like, contained. We recently did an experiment in Mexico with the one price model on the age lock boost system. The retail and the member price were the same, and the sharing bonus was increased from $15 to $35. The result was amazing. Just after 12 days into the experiment, we saw a 607% sales increase, a 554% volume increase, a 1,552% sharing bonus increase, and 534% more commissions were paid than with the traditional pricing of the age lock boost system. So there is great potential in the one price strategy, which we believe is a key part of the new Vision 2025. And now let's get down to more business. Before we share more about our super smart skincare device, let's talk a bit about our product launch process. You are already very familiar with our approach to product launches, which we call the opportunity renewal strategy. This enables early adoption from sales leaders who then share their experience with the product and excite their teams and customers about the upcoming customer launch. This early adoption is key to being able to authentically share products with others and maximize your opportunity with the new product. Therefore, the Lumi IO will be launched in 2 steps. Step 1 will be our product preview for brand representatives and above, taking place on the 22nd and 23rd September. In this preview, only qualified brand representatives and above can participate. In order to qualify for the participation, one must achieve the brand representative status by the 7th of September through meeting the brand representative qualification requirements by this date. We will notify all qualifiers once the preview opens up. This time, there will be no allocations possible to others, and there is an order limit of maximum 2 units per qualified participant ID. After the preview, the second step is the consumer launch, taking place on the 18th of October. From this date on, Lumi IO will be available to customers too. One important thing to highlight is the pricing strategy for the Lumi IO cleansing kit that the previously mentioned one price will only be valid for the Lumi IO cleansing kit, which consists of the device and the cleanser. All other Lumi IO kits follow regular pricing strategy. From the Lumi IO launch on, we will have the best of both worlds available in our portfolio. Analog and age-lock Lumi Spa system, as you know it, and the age-lock Lumi IO system with all the added benefits of customization, personalization, connectivity. Everyone at Nu Skin is excited about the launch of age-lock Lumi Spa IO because so many people have put their heart and soul as well as their scientific expertise into this innovative connected device system. Our goal is to provide you, our sales leaders, and your consumers with the products they want and need. And now, let's talk about the latest and greatest addition to our beauty device systems, Lumi IO. Our next speakers will tell you about all the ins and outs of this super smart device. Over to our marketing category manager for EMEA, Hayat Ben Abdallah.
Hi, everyone. I'm happy to be part of this webinar to come and talk to you about great, exciting things that will happen soon in the future in our market. But first, let me take a few minutes to introduce myself for those who don't know me. So my name is Hayat Ben Abdallah. I am category manager at Nu Skin. I've been in Nu Skin since 2017. I actually joined when we first launched LumiSpa. So it was LumiSpa was my baby since I joined, and we are going to talk about it a lot in this webinar. But of course, I haven't only doing that. I have a team of 2 great product managers, and together we work on another exciting brands like Epoch, like the Sun Care, like the AgeLock transformation product. So that's what I've been doing professionally. As a person, I am a mother of a little boy of 3 years old, and he's also helping me, like Nu Skin actually, he's helping me grow on a personal sides and aspects. So, but we are here to talk about serious things, and we talk about product and exciting stuff. So let's start. So, as has been said in the beginning, we are going to talk about product and new things that will be available in our market soon. But before we go into those things and before we tackle details, I really wanted to take a moment so we reflect about the crucial step in our skincare routine, which is cleansing. Cleansing is the first step in your skincare routine, and it's the foundation for every successful skincare step that follows it. Facial skin cleansing helps to clear the pores, which make your skin more receptive to subsequent skincare products in your routine, such as a serum and a moisturizer. When your skin takes the most of these products, the serum and the moisturizer, that's how with regular usage and over time, you help in keeping it looking youthful. A skin that is well taken care of will better manage the signs of aging, like wrinkles, dryness, and enlarged pore. Did you know that in the UK, like you see it here in the graph, 76% of women currently have wrinkles or worry about having them. 51% currently have enlarged pore or worry about getting them. These are big concerns for women, and I would assume for some men as well. Our role is to help them with the solution to tackle these concerns. There are many ways to do so, I believe, but today we will focus on the source, at the basics, at how we can take cleansing to the next level. So as a company, Nu Skin, we scrutinize the woman and men skin concerns to try to help bring solution and help people improve their well-being. We all know it, like skincare is self-care. But we don't only do that. We also look around us. What is going on out there in other fields? We follow other trends, such as technological progress, and we try to get inspired. You know that innovation starts always by bringing things that at the surface look not related at all, but that once combined, it sparks a great innovative solution that changed people's life. So when we looked around us, we saw an increasing number of products using the internet. It is called IoT, or Internet of Things. Have you heard about that? It sounds interesting, right? So what do you think would happen if we combine one of our products with this technology? Well, it seems some other brands have done it in other areas. I think many might have a watch connected to their smartphone that gives them fitness and healthy advice, right? I think you like me, you must have one. This is what I'm talking about, actually. There are many products and brands out there using this IoT technology, connecting their product to IoT. As you can see it in the chart, the value of the global market of such products, not only beauty, I'm just talking about all the products that have been launched in the market using IoT and internet. If you see how this market is evolving, it's very, very growing exponentially. Like you see it in that curve, it is going from $200 billion to $1.6 trillion in 2030. So that's mean other brands and other companies really believed in this trend, and a lot of experts confirm that there is a big potential, whether it's for company or for the people in this technology. So luckily also, we are in the beauty and personal care, and we are in the beauty device market that is already growing exponentially. And you can see it also on these numbers that you can see on the graph. So what you have been seeing now, these numbers and these graphs show the big potential, right? We really are in the right place. So we are in a market, the beauty that is growing, and there is also something with internet going on that is also growing. So we are in the right place, we are in the right market, and we are in the right moment. I think you will all agree with me when I say that there is an opportunity. Do we need to seize it? Do we have what it takes to do so? I think I won't be the only one saying confidently, absolutely. We need to bring IoT to our devices too. We need to bring the experience of our customer with our devices to a whole new level. We need to keep innovating, fighting to keep our positioning of number one words brand for beauty device system. We need to evolve, to reinvent ourselves. We need to close a chapter and say hello to a new area. We did it, and here we are today to say hello to the LumiSpa IO. So the LumiSpa IO is the new product that I'm gonna speak to you about today, and also Tina later on. So the LumiSpa, it's the LumiSpa that you know, that you love, with a smart and connected experience. It's a new smart cleansing and skincare device that will enhance your cleansing experience and take your skincare routine to a whole new level. So as I mentioned, IoT literally means Internet of Things, but for you and for your customer with LumiSpa, it means that the H-Lock LumiSpa IO device now includes Bluetooth that allows the device to connect with the Nu Skin Vera app on your phone. This innovative technology unlocks a new world of possibilities and experiences. And it's what helps make your H-Lock LumiSpa IO become so smart. Built-in device sensors can detect when it's time to replace the silicone head, or when you are applying too much pressure during your routine. There is much more we can do with IoT technology. But let's first see this video, and then we can go deeper in all the possibility we can do with LumiSpa IO device and the Vera app.
IoT stands for Internet of Things. And this is the concept of multiple things, multiple devices around you being connected to a network, whether that's the internet or even your phone. With IoT connectivity now in LumiSpa IO, we have the ability to communicate from the device straight to the Nu Skin Vera app. This allows you to personalize and optimize your experience. We're excited for what the future holds.
What excites me the most about it is the connectivity, I think. We open a whole new world of possibilities.
We're gathering the data. What formula are you using with the device? How much are you using a treatment surface? How do you actually use the device? That all gets back into the app.
Making sure that things like the user interface and the treatments are customized to what you want.
We go above and beyond to make sure that our product is top-notch. We have a product that I think is undoubtedly the best.
Voila. I hope you liked it. I hope it helped you to understand even more the concept of IoT and what it means also for LumiSpa IO. Excited? It's exciting, right? So now, as I said before, let's go deeper into these smart features one by one, so you really know what is it about. But as it has been said in the beginning, so Trina, our global colleague, will join us, and she will share with you a demo about this. What I'm gonna do now is to talk you through these features, so you already have an introduction about them. So the customized routine, this is the first one and one of a few others that I will tackle one by one later on. The customized routine feature allows you to create your own customized skincare routine by giving you the possibility to adjust the time and facial area you want to focus on. For instance, you can define what part of your face you would like to cleanse and select the time or duration you would like to spend on cleansing it. Having said that, we strongly encourage you to keep using the Lumi Spa IO device as we recommended, so 2 minutes twice a day. This is how you can achieve all the great benefits, including the 7 clinically proven benefits the system is all about. Tina will talk you through all of them in a few minutes. And the intelligent coaching. So this is the second feature. So here it's really all about making sure you use the device the right way. Sometimes we use product, but we do not make the most of their usage. We do not get all the benefits we are supposed to get because we are not using them the right way. When you use Lumi Spa IO with the Vera app, you will be able to find already saved cleansing or eye care skincare routine. So a program that is already in the app built there, that you can run from your device or from the app. These are the default cleansing and eye care routine already saved in the app. When you run a routine from the app, so from your phone, you will be able to follow a how-to animated illustration that can guide you or your customer to the right usage. With the smart sensor included in the head, and thanks to the connected app, you will be also getting intelligent coaching and guidance about your cleansing pressure and movement. So if you press too hard or move too fast, not only does the device will alert you, but in this case today, you will also see it on your phone. And I think, Trina will also show you this later. Another feature I want to talk to you about today is the tracking and the reminders and the awards. This feature is all about making sure you stay on track with your beauty with your skincare goal. Those who have a Lumi Spa today know very well that to keep enjoying the best from the Lumi Spa experience, it's better to change the silicone head every 3 months. But we all tend to forget this. Luckily, now we have an app that will help us to remember. The sensor included in the silicone head and the app work together to alert you when it's time to replace the silicone head. That is how you can guarantee to get the benefit from the whole system. I will let Trina also show you this later on. With this tracking reminder and award feature, you can even see an overview of your usage, on which day you have used your device, how many times you have used it. So it gives you a lot of insight about your usage, which will help you to realize whether you are sticking to your routine, the one that you define for yourself, so you can make adjustment if needed. That is how you can stay on track to achieve your skincare goal. But if you're doing great, if you're using the device the right way and as recommended, you will get awards and badges that will motivate you to keep up with your routine and with your skin goal. This is super cool, right? It's like having your personal cleansing coach on your phone. So if you are getting awards, that mean that you are doing great. So why not pause and try to see how all your effort can be translated into visible improvement. And guess what? We have made a feature for that, the selfie timeline feature. You can take selfies with your Vera app, and after a few days or a few weeks, whenever you want to track your progress, take another one, take another selfie. The Vera app selfie timeline feature will help you to compare both features and see how your efforts of sticking to your routine are paying off. These are cool features, right? And things to do with Lumi Spa IO. I bet that, like me, you are already in love with this feature. And guess what? We are not the only one. We have some intel, some information and data That confirms to us that customers are very also positive about these cool new IoT features. So let me show you something. Nu Skin in USA, so the global Nu Skin, have conducted the consumer research in many countries and asked women, consumers, aged between 25 and 45 about their interest in IoT connectivity and in having a smart connected device. So they have been introduced to LumiSpa, and they've been explained what LumiSpa is about and also the connectivity feature. So 82% preferred a connected LumiSpa over a non-connected LumiSpa. And when they got to know more about the connectivity features, so they knew what it means exactly, their interest become even higher, like you see here. So in the beginning, it was 82%, but once they knew about the IoT connectivity and the feature, their level of interest increased even higher to 87%. So you will have a smart, brilliant device that we hope will help you go out in the market and attract lots of new customers. If you still wonder why, let me remind you of key important things about LumiSpa IO. So the LumiSpa IO is the all-new superpower in skincare. You would ask yourself, but what makes it such a superpower? But for those who already know LumiSpa, they will know what I'm talking about. For those who are new, I really recommend you that you get your hands on it when it's launched, and you will see the difference. You will see it for yourself. So this is really what makes it a very unique device. When you use it, you feel instantly, and you see so instantly you will see and feel visible results of a smoother and softer skin after just one use. That's what have made LumiSpa a great skincare system so far. With LumiSpa system, you don't need to wait or use it for a too long period to feel the difference. It does something to your skin right away, something that feels so good. It will feel so good that you will want to keep touching your face to enjoy the feeling. But it's not only that. So the whole system provides 7 clinically proven benefits, like thorough cleansing, yes, but much, much more than that. And Tina will take you through them in details in a few minutes. You will see that there are benefits that can only make your skin look more youthful. And of course, what it makes it superpower is the smart, the smart aspect of it. So it's a smart device. All these features we are talking about that help you use the device the right way, so you can make the most of your experience and also stay on track with your beauty goals. So LumiSpa IO experience goes beyond being a facial skin cleansing device. It literally is a whole skincare device. You will realize this yourself after Tina talks you through all the benefits in details. But before she takes over the stage, I wanted just to show you, and especially those who are familiar with LumiSpa, the things that are changing also from the outside. So here is a closer look at the device. Those who have a LumiSpa can quickly now compare their devices with the new LumiSpa IO, as you can see it on the screen. There are lots of big changes and improvements. For instance, a lithium-ion battery was selected for the LumiSpa IO because of its superior energy density and longevity. The stand does not longer have charging feature. In a research conducted among LumiSpa users, it turned out that 60% of current LumiSpa users responded that they would not use the stand if it is not required for charging. Also, that people actually prefer the inductive charging, or also known as the wireless charging. So Nu Skin took all this into consideration, and together, for a sustainability reason, decided to remove the stand from the LumiSpa box that you know today and make it available for purchase for those who still want it. So that base, it is not anymore for charging, but it will be, the charging will happen through a magnetic charger. The device waterproofness and the engineering of the motor have been improved. The charging of the device is now, as I said, wireless charging. So it's carried out through a new magnetic charger that can easily click on the concave shape front handle of the device. So, but please let me remind you something. Always remember to keep the magnetic charger in a dry environment and to charge your device when it's dry and in a dry environment. Why? Because wireless chargers are not waterproof. Even the device is waterproof, but yeah, electricity and water are not friends. So what else has changed in this device? As you can see it also, the LumiSpa IO now has front LED lights that stay hidden until lit, which is really very beautiful. And then the quadrant LED that usually now, if you have now a LumiSpa, you see it on the front of your LumiSpa. These have been added to the back to the device to help guide users on the application time and quadrant zone. And the reason why is that the feedback that people usually do it once they are looking at the mirror and then they don't see the quadrant light. So that's why the quadrant light have been moved to the back. So as you can see, also there is a soft grip handle was added to make holding and using the device easier and less likely to the device to be dropped. It also has the word LumiSpa, a very little small one, engraved on it, on that blue grip handle. And this is also a big change. So the new LumiSpa IO silicone heads and the new LumiSpa accent head have connectivity sensors. The axle behind the silicone head, so when you remove the head, you see that small axle, right? So this is changing. This is gonna be bigger and in metal. And that's very important for you to know, because it's one of the reasons why the new silicone heads that will come with this device, with the LumiSpa IO, will not be compatible with the LumiSpa that we have today, and vice versa. So the heads, the silicone heads, the blue silicone head and the accent head that work today with the current LumiSpa, the LumiSpa that you might have now, will not work with the new LumiSpa IO once you have yours. There is no compatibility between the silicone head and the accent head. And this is because of what I'm explaining now about the axle and about the connectivity feature as well, about the sensors that have been added to this product. So I hope this section of the webinar was insightful and you are as excited as me to welcome our new smart device EdgeLock LumiSpa IO, which Tina is going to tell you much more about now with all the great skincare benefits. Voila, so I leave the stage to Tina. Thank you for your attention and see you maybe in another webinar. Bye-bye.
Thank you so very much to Hayat, and thank you to all of you 2,000 and something people joining us today, probably more. We appreciate it. And we do hope that you are gonna take this new IO experience and lift the roof. But let's get started on some of the benefits that you will still find with this product. So Hayat has just told you a lot about the new IO features, but the main skincare benefit that you get from this system, so the device and the cleanser, they remain unchanged. And thank goodness for that, because they couldn't get much better. The device and the cleanser will provide you with instant benefits, soft and smooth skin, and that's after having used it for just one time, so that's 2 minutes. So I don't think you see a whole lot of products out there on the market that can deliver that fast results. So I'm quite excited about that. We have the 7 clinically proven skin benefits for the face. Hayat told you about some of them, but I just want to go fast through them. We're talking about thorough cleansing, softer skin, more smooth skin, more radiant skin, reduction in the appearance of pores, more skin clarity, and then this freshness that you'll be left with. So a lot of really, really great benefits. These benefits will, of course, intensify over time. if you continue to use it 2 minutes in the morning, 2 minutes in the evening, because that is really when you can get the most out of the skincare product and the device. And I keep on saying it, but it's the same with exercise. Exercise one time and you might feel great. Exercise for a month and the results should be even better. And it's the same with any skincare product and our Lumi IO or Lumi Spa and cleanser as well. Some people are asking us, is it actually okay to use this product twice a day? And yes, it is. It is gentle enough to be able to be used twice a day on the face. It will promote skin renewal. It doesn't disturb the skin's natural microbiome. I'll talk a bit about that in another webinar coming up, but there's too many benefits with this whole system. And I will not have time to highlight all of it now because we have our colleague Whit from Global, and she's actually the expert in this connectivity features, which I think it's the new thing that we need to learn more about. So if you want to understand more about what is a microbiome or more about the clinical studies of the Lumi Spa or the Lumi IO and the whole system, then on September 8th at 1 p.m. Central European Time, we will have a webinar. It's the New Skin Talks. It's our monthly talk show where we go through products, and we will be shooting it directly from Mauritius, where hopefully I'll see some of you on the upcoming success trip. So there we can deep dive a bit more into all of the other benefits. But yeah, as I said, Lumi IO, the same as with the Lumi Spa, use it 2 times a day for 2 minutes, and then you'll get thoroughly cleansed skin. Your skin will also be exfoliated, and it will, of course, remove all of the makeup you might have been wearing during the day, any dirt, any excess oils, or whatever the day had left on your face, or the night for that matter. I think we will just quickly go through one of the clinical studies because this one is, the results are quite fantastic. In this study that was done by a third party, then the subjects, the test subjects, we call them, that's a horrible name, the people who were involved in the study, they had different skin types, of course, because we're trying to assimilate what all of us are having. And they were instructed to use the Lumi IO skincare system corresponding to the skin type. So that meant if you had oily skin, you would use the cleanser for oily skin, maybe with the firm head. If you have sensitive skin, you use the sensitive cleanser and the head that's specifically developed for sensitive skin, and so forth. After 12 weeks, we had the results in, and 100% of the users, they had smoother, softer, and visibly cleaner skin. And that was with any given combination of the skincare system. And for some specific skincare combinations, then 62% of the people attending, they observed more radiant skin. And between 53 to 62% of them had less visible pores. So some really, really strong results with the Lumi Spa or the Lumi IO. Just let's look at this movement. That's what it's doing. If you don't have it at home, then that's what will happen when you start the device. And this specific movement have a lot of great benefits. The cleansing action is due to this proprietary 2-sense motion technology, where it moves like I just showed you. It's a gentle cleansing action. It will exfoliate your skin. It will draw out any pus or lift away dirt, oil, makeup, pollutants, toxins, whatever might be on your skin. There's an inner head and an outer head, as you can see here, and they move in opposite directions. And that provides this gentle cleansing action that is also giving you the exfoliation. And then if you combine it with one of our cleansers, which we recommend that you do, then it will promote skin renewal, meaning that your skin cells are turning over faster. And that is what will improve the radiance and also reduce the appearance of pores. The silicone heads, as you can see here, they're quite cool because they're made of silicone, and they are actually shown to be more hygienic than those brush heads that you find a lot in the market. So I think that's a nice thing. They are easy to clean and hygienic. And then, as Hyatt just said, they actually now have a built-in sensor that means that they will inform you when it's time to replace them after 3 months. Then the app will inform you that now it's time. And then, of course, you will still have the 3 different options that you've always had, and you see them here. You have a normal silicone head, a firm silicone head, and a gentle silicone head. And they all have this little sensor, the tracker. And I mean, if you have really oily skin, then the firm head might be a good idea. If you have blemish or if you have sensitive skin, then the gentle head can be a good idea. But otherwise, by default, we will sell the device together with the normal head. But you can try out and see what you feel like. I just want to mention here that this new device, because what Hyatt said, that this little thing in here is changing, that means that you need the new heads. So you can't combine an old device with a new head or vice versa. Just a FYI, but I'm sure you will find out in time. And the cleansers are super important because the device would be nothing without the cleansers. They are what are helping us create all of these benefits. And they're designed for different skin types as well as the heads were designed for different skin types. We have dry cleanser for dry skin, for normal to combination skin, for oily skin, for sensitive skin, and for those of you who might have blemish-prone skin. They have all been formulated with our proprietary H-Lock ingredient blend. So it's not one ingredient, it's a mix of different ingredients. But what these ingredients will do is that they will target the source of the visible signs of skin aging. And they will preserve the look of youth, which is what we're all going for. Hyatt showed us some stats where you could clearly see that a lot of, especially females, maybe are worried about enlargement of pore size and wrinkles. So preserving the look of youth is essential to new skin and to many of us. The cleansers are, we also going to go through them at New Skin Talks on September 8th, because I want to mention a bit more about the ingredients there, which unfortunately I will not have time for today. So more to come. But one thing I want to mention about all of the cleansers are, of course, that this connection between the cleanser and the silicone head is quite important. And they have been formulated so they have a specific viscosity, a thickness, a texture, so that the device, so that this head glides easily on top of your skin. That means it doesn't tug or pull. It means that you're not gonna irritate your skin as you might likely do if you go ahead and use thinner cleansers. If you were to use a thicker cleanser, then maybe you wouldn't get the proper grip and therefore not the proper exfoliation, and that would lead to less of the benefits that we mentioned. So this combination of the silicone head and the cleansers are really allowing the device to glide effortlessly on top of your skin, and that will give you the clinically proven skin benefits that I'm sure you all love. So just to summarize, you have one system, and when I say one system, I mean both whatever you might have at home, the old Lumi Spa together with a cleanser, or the new Lumi Spa IO together with a cleanser, and you use that twice a day for 2 minutes, and then you get these 7 clinically proven skin benefits that I mentioned earlier. Another thing that I will deep dive into on the 8th of September in our New Skin Talks is accent, because of course accent is existing for IO as well. For those of you who think accent has something to do with my accent, it doesn't. It has something to do with a specific eye care device. It's a little tip. You can add it to the Lumi Spa, or now you can also add it to the Lumi IO, and that focuses on the eye area. And the eye area is especially important because on all your face, this is where you have the thinnest skin. Thin skin tend to wrinkle faster, tend to show signs of aging faster than the rest of your face. So therefore, it's important that we take care of this area separately. And that is what the accent can do. It's sold separately to the Lumi Spa IO, and it's sold with a eye cream that's called Ideal Eyes. And then together with this eye cream and the accent, you have the Lumi Spa IO accent system. The IO version that I have here, whenever I click this off and put my accent head on, the device will actually register again through the sensor that now it's time for my accent routine, and then it will automatically run that. So that's also another cool feature. Yeah, but again, more on the benefits on September 8th. Now we are gonna move to the connectivity features, which is really the new thing here. And in order to do so, I need our colleague with us. So Trina, welcome to you, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here to show you the great features and benefits that you have when you connect your LumiSpa IO with the new Skinvera app. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. It usually takes a second for it to show up. Okay, there we go. And I'm on my phone, my mobile phone. I have new Skinvera already up. I've logged in. So you can see here's the home page. If you've already downloaded new Skinvera, then this is what you will already see. We've added in the main navigation area this option called devices. So when LumiSpa IO launches in your region, this is where you'll go to be able to quickly and easily pair your device. One thing that I should note also is that this demo will be using the UK market. So it will be in English, and any products that you might see are for the UK market. So there might be some variation from what you would see within your home market. So when you come onto the devices page, there's some information. I'm going to go ahead and just pair my device. I have it sitting right here. So I'm going to turn it on by doing a double press. You can see that the LED lights showed up. So if I tap on pair new device, there's a few housekeeping items that we need to take care of as far as data privacy goes. There are certain aspects to the data that we collect that will provide a better user experience, as well as give some analytics and usage so that we can improve this experience over time. So I'm going to go ahead and say get started. I've already turned on my LumiSpa IO. So you can see it's going to give me an option of selecting my device. So this one is my LumiSpa IO 7408. I select it, and it's going to go through the pairing process. Now this device does have the latest firmware on it already because I've gone ahead and done that. If the device that you receive does not have the latest firmware, you would go through a firmware update process immediately. And that can usually take anywhere from 30 seconds to maybe a minute and a half. So I'm going to go ahead and say done. At that point, I can go ahead and explore different areas, or I can close out of that and go into my main devices page. One thing that's really cool about this is that you can have multiple LumiSpa IOs connected in new Skinvera. So in that case, if you did have more than one, then this is where you would see those. One thing that I always like to do when I get something new, if the technology allows it, I like to personalize it to myself. So if I go into the device settings, I can see that there's a name here. Well, LumiSpa IO 7408 is not super friendly. So I'm just going to go in and change it to say Trina's LumiSpa. Go ahead and save that. You can also see on this device settings page, there's a little bit of information about a serial number. You can see that my device is connected at this moment, the battery status, and then the firmware version. If there was a new version of firmware, then I would also have a small badge that would say update available. And so I could initiate that firmware update from here. If I go back to the device details page, you can see some additional information. Both Tina and Hayat talked about the head status. So you can see my attached head status is good. If I take this off, it's no longer detected. So there's that active feedback. If I put it back on, then you can see that the device is talking to my phone and giving that information about the TCS head status. The next area that I want to show you is how you can go in and look at different routines. So NewSkin has provided a few routines available for you to discover. So if you go into this Discover tab, you can see that there's a quick cleanse routine, and a face and neck routine. And one of the great things about the LumiSpa IO is that you can customize it to your personal use. So maybe after a long day, you just don't have it in you to cleanse your face for 2 minutes. For me, it can seem like a really long time when all I want to do is crawl into my bed and go to sleep. So this quick cleanse option is great. I can go in there. It's going to give me some information. It's going to tell me the recommended silicone head to use, as well as the areas that it's going to cleanse. And if I wanted to, I can also go ahead and start the session directly from that. I don't know if you can hear that, but the device is running. It has the quadrant on the back, the LED lights showing up. It's also giving me some instruction on how to move the wand on my face. It also tells me when it's time to move to the next area. So I've heard from people, well, when I use my LumiSpa, I do it in this round scrubbing motion. Well, by giving this active feedback, we can say, nope, it's really these broad strokes. That's the best way to get the best results out of your LumiSpa, is to follow that. Another thing, because I'm not actually washing my face, I want to show those alerts. So did you see that? I just moved my wand too fast. So I received that alert. Not only did I feel it on my LumiSpa, it kind of yelled at me, but I also saw it in the app for that active feedback. So by using Nu Skin Vera with your LumiSpa, it can also help improve the way that you use your LumiSpa IO to see those results that we all know and love. Once your session's complete, it's going to give you an overview of what you did, the length of the routine, the number of areas that you cleansed, as well as any alerts that you received. In addition to that, I mentioned that you can also create your own routines. And this is the thing when I was first put onto this project. Number one, I know that the LumiSpa is a fantastic product. I use it in my personal life and I love it. But I got really excited about being able to create my own routine, because as I mentioned, maybe some days I don't have it in me to use my LumiSpa for a full 2 minutes. So that shorter cleansing option is a great thing to have. Or maybe I've been out and I have more makeup on than usual. And so I actually want to do a double cleanse to make sure I get all of that makeup and oil from the night off, so that I have that really nice, fresh, clean feeling when I go to bed. So the LumiSpa IO and Nu Skin Vera gives you that flexibility to customize these routines for you and your lifestyle. So I'm going to go ahead and add a name. We'll call it Trina's Favorite. I can give it an image as well. Select the head that I'd like to use. I typically use the normal. And then just for demo purposes, I'm going to do a quick one. So I'm going to choose the right half of my face. We'll just do it for 10 seconds. Save that. I can go in and add another area. Do the left half face for 10 seconds and save that. And then I can go ahead and save that routine. Now that's going to show up in the My Routines area because it's something that I created for myself. So similarly, I can go in here and I can start my session. My LumiSpa was not on, so it didn't start it the way I expected it to. There we go. I'm not going to let this one run to the end, so I'm going to go ahead and pause it. At this point, you can pause it from the app. I can either resume or end it. Say done. But another cool thing I can do is I can actually add this to my LumiSpa. So another thing with my LumiSpa, I typically use it in my shower. Sometimes I'll use it at my sink, but in general, it's when I'm showering, that's when I use it. Well, I don't take my phone with me in the shower. And so you might think, well, how do I, if I want to use my custom routine, how do I use that in a way that so that I don't have to have my phone in the shower with me? Well, there is a way to do that. Every LumiSpa IO comes with the standard default routine, which is your normal 4 areas, 30 seconds per area. But it also has the capacity to add 3 additional routines. And so that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to add this one to my device. It's going to ask me to select a color. And that's how I'm going to know on my device, the LED lights are going to show up to let me know which routine this is. So I'm going to choose, we'll do Nu Skin Blue. I'm going to update it. And now that routine is saved on my wand. So I'm not touching my phone right now. I set it down. If I do a double press, that turns on my Lumi Spa. You can see these are the white LED lights. If I did a single press now, that would start your normal 30 seconds per 4 area routine. If I do another double press, I don't know if the camera picked that up, but the color on my LED lights changed to blue. And so now if I do a single press, it's going to go into that Trina's favorite routine that I just created. And again, I'll just let it go for that 10 seconds. And then it should switch. I hope you could hear that it did the indication, so I know to go to the other side of my face. And then it finished. So pretty cool stuff there. Along with that, if I wanted to go in and edit that, I can. I just have to go back into my routine. I can choose to edit. If I wanted to change the name or add another area, I can do that. Just for the sake of time, I'm going to skip over that portion because there's still some other really cool features that I want to show you. So if I go in, I can also see when I've used my Lumi Spa. So I've actually used this Lumi Spa more than just today. It's, you know, I have to be familiar with the product. And so that's why you do see some usage previously in the month. But you can see that today I've ran multiple treatments, or excuse me, multiple routines. So one thing to note is that a routine is considered run if it lasts longer than 15 seconds. So that does mean you can end early and you'll still see it show up here. Of course, we want you to run the complete routine because that's how you're going to get the best benefits out of your Lumi Spa and for your skin, but it does show all of those. And if I wanted to go even further, I could tap on one of these and it's going to give me that same overview. The great thing about this is that I can look back in time and see how much I've used my Lumi Spa. This is also really great for your customers. If I had a customer that said, Trina, you sold me this Lumi Spa, I really expected better results. I could say, well, send me a screenshot of your usage tracker. And then when that person does, I could say, well, you've only been using your Lumi Spa like twice per week. To get the best benefits or the maximized benefits, you should be using it every day, twice a day if possible. So that can also help in educating your customers or sharing results on social, all of those kinds of things, which is really great. This also gives me some different information. As you can see, I can also track if I've done any accent routines as well and how long. If I go into the awards section, there's also some badges that I can earn. So I've used my Lumi Spa for the last 3 days in a row. I've created my own custom routine and saved it to my device. I've performed my first cleanse, all of these different things, which is really great. And now, okay, so somebody's purchased a Lumi Spa from you. It's not an inexpensive device. So how do people know that they're getting the results that they want and expect? We have this tool called the selfie timeline, and this is really great. You can go in, you can take a selfie. Because we are dealing with personal information, which is your face, there is an agreement to that to say that, yes, Nu Skin will be processing this information. As you can see, I already have some selfies in here, but I'm going to go ahead and take a new one for today. Now, usually you'll want to do this in similar lighting, without glasses on, without makeup on, all of those things, so you can see how your skin might change over time. But so I can compare to my last selfie, which I actually did, I think this was last night. So it's morning where I live right now, so the lighting is slightly different. And if I'm happy with that photo, I can go ahead and say that I want to use it. And then I can actually compare those. So this is also something you can tell your customers. Well, do your first LumiSpa routine, take a selfie, and then go back and do another selfie 7 days later, or 10 days later, or whatever that is. And then you can compare the results. So I'm going to compare my photo between August 18th and let's do August 6th. So it's going to be doing some analysis. I can look at this overlay. I can even zoom in, especially on those little troublesome areas. I have some wrinkles on my forehead that I'm always like, okay, Nu Skin products, just erase them for me, please. But I can go in and I can compare and say, oh, I do see a change. Or I'm not seeing changes yet, so I need to keep going. And then if I wanted to, if I really liked it, I can also do a side-by-side view, same thing. I can also go in and I can share it out to my social networks as well. So just popped up my share sheet. I can share that through SMS, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, all of those different areas, which is really great. That concludes the demo that I had prepared for LumiSpa. I'm very excited about these features. This is a really great product, and I'm really excited to have been involved in it. So thank you for your time and attention. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Trina, Tine, Hyatt, for all the great information shared. We are sharing the brand representative preview and consumer launch details on this slide again to help you prepare for this important date. To close our webinar today, as Hyatt was talking about the trends and how and why Nu Skin is tapping into the IoT world, I could not help thinking that there are so many great descriptions we can use when we talk about Nu Skin. The #1 brand for beauty device systems, company backed by trustworthy science, a force for good in the world, a company building on integrity and trust, a company having the customer at its heart, and so on. To me, all these are very important, but the one description that applies the most for Nu Skin, in my point of view, is being innovative at all times. I think Lumi.io, by us moving into the IoT world with this device and enabling you to empower your business with the best of the digital world, proves this. So get ready to look, feel, and live your best with LumiSpa.io. That was it for today. Thank you everyone for attending our Lumi.io webinar. Have a great day. Bye-bye.